So hi, I am back with this cover. I showed you how I created this out of some foam rubber, faux leather and usual fabric, and how I sewed around, used my pinking shears, set these eyelets for decoration. I will talk you through this video as always, how I put in the 6 holes from my 3-hole pamphlet stitch for 2 signatures and how I applied this elastic closure. And now, as you can see here, I used a bulb pin for this eyelet, but I will remove it by now because we have to do another step before we decorate. Oops. Okay, so I want to ink around the edges using my inking tools. Yes, this is a bright, not bright, brown. My God, searching for the words again. Dark brown. This is dark brown. Let's see. I have the distress ink, so green, pink, blue. Okay. Here I have it. Distress oxide from Tim Holtz, ground espresso. I know this is a bit dried out, so I will use some spray bottle with water. Just spray a bit, okay. This is a bit too much water, so I will use some leftover paper just to get rid of too much of the water. So now dab your dabber and ink around the edges. I will get rid of my sleeves of my sweater because I don't want to ink them. So now you just ink around. This step is totally optional. I just do it because I don't like this very white color here. I want to have it a bit more darkened so your journal looks a bit more used. I try to go in here a bit, just to make it look a bit more used and a bit more individual, just because I like the look of it. So inking around, inking the edges. I do a lot of inking the edges with my papers, and I think many crafters do this just because it looks so beautiful. Just a little bit here and there around all the edges. So how are you doing? I hope you are all doing well. So if you are a junk journal crafter on your own, please tell me in the comments and leave a link to your channel so I can watch your videos. And I have many crafting videos on my channel, so junk journal crafting videos, and I show you how I use my reading journal and my bullet journal. So maybe there are some more videos on my channel you would like to see. I would highly appreciate a comment from you and of course a like, and if you would subscribe to my channel or consider to subscribe to my channel. So this journal will be available in my Etsy shop when it's finished, but I show you the creating process so that you see what I did, so that you see what you get, and to give you a bit of inspiration. Okay, it's a bit difficult to go right into the edges, but it doesn't matter. It does not have to be perfect, as I always like to tell you, because it's a junk journal and you just do what you like. So maybe some people would say this looks a bit dirty, I don't like it. It's okay, you don't have to like what I like, and you don't have to do what I do. I just do what I like, what I feel and what I love, and hopefully you like it too. Okay, don't know if you can see the difference. This is inked, this is inked, this is not inked. So I will go all around. Then I will be right back because I don't want to bore you to death. Okay, I inked around the edges, just on the inside, because I think the outside will not show it very well. Oh, okay, my desk was not tidied up. Sorry for that. So, but this is the fine thing with this cover. you can just clean it up with a bit of water. Oh, okay, spraying onto here. I have a bit of fabric here, so I don't know where my tissue papers are, but no big deal. Okay, so now this looks good. This looks good. I think I will try out. Where's my dabber? Here it is. Sorry, I will try out putting a little bit of ink on the outside too. I don't know if this will stay in place very well because of the kind of the fabric. As you saw before, you can just rub off the dirt with a bit of water. But we will try just to make it look a bit more cohesive. Just a little bit here and there. Maybe it does not show up on the camera very well, but I think it gives the journal a more finished look. Okay, to be honest, I just love inking the edges of my journals, of my papers, of everything in journal or junk journal making. Sometimes I even ink the edges of my stickers. So, okay, you could ink around this edges too, but I will not do this for this project. Okay, next step. I'm just deciding if I want my signatures in first and then let's hang something from here. Doesn't matter, the output will be the same. I just think about what is easier for me to do. I think I will put on the chain the chain and my charms as the last step. In the last video I told you I would put on my signatures as the last step. Okay, I just have to overthink it. Wait a second. Okay, I decided to put on something on the front cover first. So maybe some of these cards, I created them by myself using some images from an old book, sewed around. I would have to cover up this part because my sewing machine went a bit wild, or maybe just a card like this, but I like to have something under so that it's not so plain. I have some paper over here. This would look cool, maybe with a card onto it. Okay, it's a bit too small. I have a bit of fabric laying around. Okay, this will not go with the inside, I think. I like this. There are many options what you can do with the front. Let's see, I have something laying around here. I love this so much. Maybe a bit of this, but then I would have to lay down something else. Still don't know. Maybe this would look cool, maybe with the card over it. I think I like this. Maybe I will do this and then a fabric cluster or something. Maybe something like this. You just use what you have and what you like. This is fabric and paper cluster. I like this very much. I have a few more. This would look cool. But I like this too. It's not so easy to decide for me right now. You just go with what you want and what you like. Okay, I don't know, to be honest, but I will start with this things. I want to cut the edges in a rounded shape using this tool from We Are Memory Keepers. I will use this and cut off the edges just because I like the look of it. Okay, done. So okay, I will get rid of these white edges just because I don't like them, or maybe just a bit of the edges. I will ink around these edges, again using my ground espresso ink. Just ink the edges to make them stand out a bit more, to give the cover more structure. Just inking around, inking, inking, inking. Maybe a bit more on the edges, so that it looked a bit more used. Okay, done. Okay, then this one. Let's see, I could cut this with my pinking shears again. I think this would look cool. So I will just cut around this image, letting the white zigzag things standing over, because I want to go around with my ground espresso ink and my dabber again. If I don't like it this way, I can just cut off the white edges. So I try to be careful so that the shape is perfect. I don't know if you would say perfect, but so that it's aligned. Sometimes I do it very good aligned, sometimes I cut in where I want to, not looking after a perfect alignment, as I did for the cover. I like both looks, but for this I try to align the edges of the pinking shears. Okay, get rid of these, I don't need them anymore. Oops. Okay, inking the edges. I will use my book underlay again to get this very good inked. Just going over like this. That's the first step. Okay, very nervous. Very excited how it will turn out at the end. I just thought I could sew around. I think this would look good too. So just using the ink amount I have on my dabber. Okay, done. So let's see. I could sew this together and I could sew around here. So maybe using a straight stitch here and a zigzag stitch over here. I will do this by now and then I will be right back. And to make this card stay in place a bit better while sewing, I will use some glue if I will be able to find it. Okay, found it. I will just put on a bit of this glue in the middle. So it does not have to be right to the edges, because we will sew around anyway. Just so that it cannot move so much. Sorry for the noise. So that it cannot move so much while sewing. So put it into the middle approximately. Okay, done. I could sew this onto the cover. Then you would be able to see the sewing lines into here. I like this look too. I'm just thinking if I will do it this way or if I will sew only around. I think in this case I will sew only around the card, and you can glue it on, letting some place open. So this part or this part, so you would have a tuck spot or a pocket as well. Or you could just glue it on the left and the right side, so you would have like something like a belly band. or in this direction, but because it's a soft cover journal and I want it to be very, very flexible, I will just glue this on in whole in once. But for now I will see you around, and then I will be right back showing you the details. Okay, sewed around. I ran into some issues. I think my needle is blunt, so I have to change it, but I like the look anyway. So I have to pull and pull my card through my sewing machine, but anyway, I really, really love the look. Oh, I love the backside too. Okay, and I turned on my sewing machine, and then my light went off, and I thought, oh no, my sewing machine is not intact, but I think it's only the light bulb that has to be replaced too. So I have to figure out how to do it and do it later. Now I will use my Fabri-Tac glue. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. Sorry. And then I will put on some glue on the back side, just in these lines, and then glue this on. I will not show you the process because it's a bit boring sometimes, and you saw this many times before, but I will be right back when this is glued on. Okay, I put on the glue. Maybe you are able to see the lines. Just double check. Okay, this is the right side. And then glue it on, trying to find something like the middle. Just eyeballing again. Okay. And getting rid of the amount of glue, which is a bit too much and a bit seeping through here and there. You can just rub off your Fabri-Tac glue. This is why I like it so much. And it has a bit of a smell, to be honest, but the smell does not stay in place very well, only a few minutes or so. So I want to make sure there's not too much glue seepage, but I want the edges to be glued down very well. And Fabri-Tac or Fabri-Fix, which is the same, will dry very fast. So in about a few seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds long, something like this, you will be not able to move around your glued on materials. And I think it will take maybe a few minutes, 5 minutes or so, so that and it will stay in place very well. Sorry, I will use this book to hold it in place. So this is why I made sure no glue seepage will be here. I will use some other books to get more pressure so that it glues very flat. Okay, I let this stay in place for a few minutes, and I decided I want a cluster. Oh, a bit of glue here and there. Okay, the glue is gone. So I like to have a focal point. As this looks good very well. This looks very good. This looks good very well. Oh, me and my English, sorry. But I like to have a little bit extra. Cannot decide. We will let hang the chain from here, so maybe this will be enough. I thought about using this. I just stapled some fabrics together. So this is a staple on the back. And to hide the staple, I would use this button, and I would go around with my inking tool again. Okay, I cannot decide if I want it like that. I like it this way too. Maybe I will let this be this way, so not doing too much. I have many very, very colorful journals created. Maybe it's time for a not so colorful journal to have a bit of differences on my channel and to show you. Okay, so the next step will be putting on. Usually I will put on my signatures first, but I want to show you how I attach the chain. And I still did not decide if I want to use a chain over here or anything else. So maybe usually most of the times I let hang some strings from here and attach some things onto them, but the last few weeks I am very drawn to using this chain. So usually I would apply the chain, I would put this together with a little jump ring, but I have this bulb pins. Don't know if you can see them, maybe here. And I thought maybe I could attach the chain with a jump ring, so the buyer of this journal would have the possibility to remove the chain if he or she don't likes it or don't wants it to. So let's see, I've never done this before, but you have to try out new things from time to time. Ooh. Where is this little ring thing? Okay, here it is. Zip. Let's see. Okay, this is a bit loose. Okay, I will redo this. I film while standing up, but I got a bit pain in my back while standing in this not good shape. No, not shape. Okay, anyway. Hopefully you can see. Okay. Okay, this would go here. So the idea is to let hang the chain from here. Still don't know if I like it, but I think so. Okay. I just thought about putting on the chain another way, maybe, so that both of the chain end parts would be at the same place, but I don't know how, and I don't know if it's necessary. I think I will try out another thing, and then I will be right back showing you the result. I just have to overthink it a bit. Okay, got it. I had something other in mind, so let me show you. Just removing this. Where did I put it? So I put, it's sharp. It has a sharp end, but no blood. Everything is fine. So I used the end of the chain, so the really last ring, put it onto my bulb pin. So these are safety pins without the loop at the end, so you can put on charms or something like this right into this. This is a loop too, but it is not looped around. It's a kind of open loop or a kind of a ring, something like this. So I put on the chain on the bottom of the bulb safety pin, and then put on the safety pin onto my cover. And you can remove it if you don't like it, or if it's in your way, or if you don't want it to be there. So the chain can move to here, so it's out of your way, but it hangs down here, and I like the look of it. So now let's see, I think I will let it hang like something like this, maybe a bit longer would look good. Okay, I know I have some pliers for cutting the chain. Searching for my tools again. Where is it gone? Okay, found it. So I'm sitting again because my back is really much hurting at the moment. So let's see, I will cut it something like here, just eyeballing. I want the chain to be long because I like the look, and because I want it to be removable very easy. So moving out of the way when you're journaling in this journal. Okay, I cut apart one of the rings. We'll get rid of it. Okay. Oh, no, did not get it. Oh, here it is. This ring I don't need any more. So okay, so now we redo the same thing we did before using another of these bulb pins, finding the opening. It is here. Trying not to punch myself again, but this can happen. So as well as this dirty fingers, I inked my fingers a bit, but you can use baby wipes to wipe it off. Very easy. Okay, going through your eyelet, closing your bulb pin, and that's it. I think it looks really, really cool. I decided to use this pink bulb pins because of the pink of the closure and because of the pink details from the inside, and I will use some blue bulb pin because of this blue fabric details, and this green goes very well with the green on the inside. Haha. Joking. Okay, so this chain is attached. You can move it very easy out of the way, and you can remove it if you don't like it or don't want it. And I will do the same for here. Still not decided what I want to attach over here, but it doesn't matter. I will figure this out. So for the moment I will just apply this bulb pin. I think I will attach another chain just to go with this flow, to say so. And because we have very many dangles over here, and if I would put on some strings, then you would have a very huge amount of dangly over here, and then this chain, and I think it's a bit too much, even for me. Okay, so, or for this journal, I just want to make another kind of journal. So again, I will let hang some chain from here. I think this will be long enough, and only one chain. Of course, you could put on 2, 3, or even more chains if you want to. But because I have this chain, I think one will be enough. So again, just cutting open one of the rings. They are so tiny, you cannot pull them open. So you just have to destroy one of the rings, but I think it's okay. So getting rid of the destroyed ring. The chain would be a tiny bit bigger than you could, or some chains, maybe I have something over here. No, I used it all up. Oh no, I have something over here. So this can go into the trash as well. So I don't know if you can see it. Okay, I will stand up again for you. So I have this bigger chain. I just attached this little leaf onto here, but you can ignore it. And this chain you can open with two of, let's see, this kind of pliers. You use two of these pliers, and then you can open them. And I reuse these parts of the chain as jump rings because I don't have silver jump rings at the moment. But this chain is too small, and I think the chain elements don't have an opening, so I just cut them off. Okay, so now back to our journal. I will again attach it on my attach the chain on my bulb pin. Open up the bulb pin, remove it carefully. Then find one of the ends, doesn't matter which one. Put the chain onto your bulb pin, put your bulb pin onto your cover, right through your eyelet, close it. So this is what we have so far. Okay, just want to get sure, be sure that you can see everything, putting some things out of the way. These are some of the charms and elements I thought to use. Maybe I can use some of this letter, how do you call it, beads. Maybe we will see. And I have some of, I don't think I can use these. I think the hole is too small. Yes, the hole is too small for the chain or anything, but I will use it on other things. And I thought about maybe reusing some of these wooden beads, these wooden colored beads. something like this, and I have way more stuff. I have so many stuff. So this is what we got so far. Okay. Oops, my bulb pin is open. So you have to look that you close it right. Okay, it's closed. Good. I will attach some charms. I will not show you the process because I think it's not so interesting, and I cannot show it very well because I have to be very near to my journal to open and close the jump rings and to attach the charms, but I will show you the result when I am ready. Ta-ta-ta-ta! Oops. Oh, just go into your place where you have to stay. Okay, I put on some charms. I will focus a bit more, so zoom you a bit in. So I put on some of this colored wooden beads and some of this little leaves in silver onto here, so that beads can move, but they cannot move from the chain. And I put on the star. This is movable from left to right, sorry. And I put on a little blue, camera does not show it very well. These are blue leaves, these are green leaves, and this chain says BU. So this is my BU journal. Just zooming out a bit. So this is how it would look from at the front. So BU. I really like this. And this is the side. And you can put your chains out of your way while journaling. So the next and last video of the creating process, will show you how I put in the signatures. And the very last video will be a full flip through. So thanks for watching today. Make sure to watch the other parts of this creating process videos and the flip through at the end. Like and subscribe for more crafting videos and bullet journal and creating videos and junk journal videos, of course. Thank you. Bye.